What's up, YouTube? It's Jordy Joe. I'm back with another Tapped In video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be telling y'all why I decided to go vegan, okay? So this video is long overdue, you feel what I'm saying? So go ahead and get into a few key points, reasons why I did decide to go vegan. And I'm also I'm gonna be eating my breakfast. So we're gonna make this like a little mukbang situation, you feel what I'm saying? So I have I got some grits, a sausage, and some potatoes. And I'm gonna mix all that together and make it like a little combination. So yeah, let me give me some ketchup. Well, dang, there's nothing in here, but we're gonna use what's available. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna have me an orange and a banana. That's gonna be the snack after the fact. You feel what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah. So the first reason why I decided to, well, I ain't gonna go in order. I'm not gonna go in order. I'm gonna just give y'all a few reasons why, right? And what led me into it. So I'm gonna just try to start from the beginning, right? So as a child, as growing up, I always was gravitated towards healthy foods. I always liked crunchy vegetables. I always liked my fruit. And I always would just like ask for more vegetables. And I just kind of noticed this habit that I had of eating healthy food as a kid. You know, that most kids around me and most people my age would always not eat their vegetables. I'm talking, they don't even be drinking water. You feel what I'm saying? So I noticed that like at a young age that I was a bit of a healthy eater. So it's kind of like very easy for me to transition because that's my type of food. Like my favorite foods are healthy. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. I love me some broccoli. You feel me? I love. Even though I used to lie about it, I love peanuts. Not peanuts, but peanut butter. I can tolerate the peanuts now though. But I love green beans. I love corn. I love fresh salads. I love water. I don't like a lot of sugary foods. And I don't like a lot of fatty and oily foods. Like, even though, you know, growing up, we used to make Kool-Aid and stuff. My sister and my mom and my stepdad, they used to make these big pitchers of Kool-Aid. And, you know, it was good or whatever, but it used to kind of bother me a little bit. It used to give me this sensation in my glands. Where it's like it will always secrete, and I will always just have a lot of thick saliva and just a lot of saliva in general. And I will always have to wash it down with water. I will always have to wash my mouth out with water, drink a lot of water to dilute all the sugar that I just ingested and could digest it or whatever. So, you know, I always just kind of paid attention to my body as I was growing up and noticed that the things that I really didn't care for, or rather my body didn't care for, because don't get me wrong, Kool-Aid be busting, but my body will always send a reaction. It will always send signals to my brain saying, this isn't good for you, or we don't like this, we rather not. You feel me? So, thankfully, I was just kind of naturally came with a liking to healthy foods. So that was easy. I would pick the fat off my food. I don't want fat because I'm assuming that you know, that's going to create fat on my body. And I always pride myself on a nice, athletic, fit body. I'm talking about since a kid. If y'all can look at my younger days, my pictures from my younger days, I won't say my baby pictures because I wasn't like no buff ass baby or anything. But when I started becoming you know, adolescent and like a preteen, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 8, 6, I'm talking about from ages 6 all the way up to 12. I was fit. I was athletic. I had nice arms, and my mom always tried to put me in these dresses and stuff like that. And I just looked butchest fucking addresses. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't like female clothes. I just don't like, I like having a masculine presented body. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit just ain't gonna work. Me eating this bullshit ain't gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta cut all the vices out. So anyway, that's one reason. Another reason why I transitioned to being a vegan is because dairy products really aren't friendly with me. You know, like they give me constipation. If I'm eating milk, if I'm eating cheese, if I'm eating eggs and stuff like that got dairy in it, I tend to notice that my bowels start to change, you know, according to the foods that I eat. And don't nobody want to, don't nobody want to feel like shit because of the food that they're eating. Like, if it's the food that I'm eating that's making me feel this way, I'm definitely cutting it out. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, like, I hate going to the bathroom multiple times. So if I can eat as less as possible, then that's good for me, so that I can avoid going to the bathroom. So when I eat food that causes me complications in the bathroom, it really make me want to just eliminate that food out, because like I said, I barely be wanting to eat anyways, because the whole going to the bathroom thing, and going to the bathroom a lot comes with consequences. And that brings me to reason number 3. And this is very personal, very personal. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't chew me up. Don't laugh at me. Don't do me. All right. But due to the whole constipation thing, you know, stemming from the foods that I eat, you know, that was causing me to have a lot of constipation. I'm talking about a lot of constipation. And so that constipation caused an irritation in my anal area. So I ended up getting a hemorrhoid, like a very, very bad hemorrhoid. And to the point where I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit down properly, I couldn't go to work. Even though I was still going to work, I couldn't perform well at work. And it got to the point where I had to have a surgery. And I had a surgery to, you know, remove the issues that was going on down there and back there. And yeah, I kind of vowed after that to never go back to eating dairy. And even though I even noticed when I ate certain meat and food from certain restaurants that it would make me constipated, and it would just make me go to the bathroom more. And I'm trying to heal from this surgery, and I'm trying to avoid having to go through that same situation again. So I'm like, okay, dairy and meat, that's what's making me, you know, have these complications in the bathroom. And it's messed up, because they notice, you know, the people that sell us these foods and these things, they understand what it does to the body and the health effects that it can bring. But yet they promote these things on TV. They make you want to eat it. They make you want to buy it, but they don't tell you the health effects that come with eating that type of diet. And that brings me to number 4. To avoid sickness and to put my health first, to prioritize my health, to avoid sicknesses and illness that are associated with a carnivore diet. Because the health issues don't run in your family, it runs in the diet. So if you and your family have the same diet, then that's why you and your family have the same illnesses. Simple as that. Just make a decision. So I made that decision. And that's like, you know, brings me to number 5, is being conscious. Just being aware of the cause and effect and why things are happening. And, you know, just being woke about the food industry. You know, I watch documentaries like What the Health on Netflix, and Super Size Me, when that came out, about McDonald's. And the McDonald's one really hit me. I was like, whoa. And then I found out a whole nother rabbit hole information about McDonald's and how it's possibly human meat in the food. Anyways, I don't want this video taken down. But yeah, I heard a lot of rumors about what really goes on in the food at McDonald's, and what's really the tea with the food. And I'm sure y'all be seeing it on TikTok now. They still be doing experiments on the McDonald's food, showing y'all how it doesn't expire, pretty much showing y'all how the food is fake. And I don't want to eat no fake food. Y'all, they are literally 3D printing the meat. It's literally not real. They're printing it from a printer. You're eating ink. You're eating... You're not going to eat a book if that's the case. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they cloning the meat. They 3D printing the meat. They using human meat. It's too much going on in the meat industry, and I don't want nothing to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? So being aware and being conscious of what's going on is another reason why I'm vegan. You know, just most importantly, I want to at least feel as though the food that I'm eating comes from a pure source, a divine source. You know, I want to believe at least that my food came from the ground, the earth. You feel what I'm saying? It was planted, it was seeded, it was watered. The sunlight came, charged it up. You feel what I'm saying? Like energy. I want to eat electric food. Now, I'm not an alkaline vegan. Okay, there's a difference. I'm not an alkaline vegan. That takes a little bit, not a little bit, but that takes more work. It takes more understanding, a little bit more research, and a little bit more consistency with that type of diet. I commend those who are on an alkaline-based diet because when you're on an alkaline-based diet, when you have an alkaline body, it is impossible for any sicknesses to invade your body because they have to thrive in an acidic environment. So if there's no acidic environment for a disease or illness to thrive in, then it's impossible for you to get sick. Now that's the route that I do want to end up taking eventually. Once I get my money right, my mind right, my motivation right, and everything, you know, I'm working. I'm not fully together, but I'm taking the steps that I need to take in order to be the person that I want to be. So yeah, alkaline vegans, man, shout out to y'all. But I at least want to be able to believe that my food came from the God source. You feel what I'm saying? Like grits. These are grown from grains. You feel what I'm saying? This you can grow these foods. I have potatoes. You can grow that stuff. I have vegan sausage. That's neither here nor there, but it's not real meat. It's not something that they're claiming to be a real cow or a grass-fed beef. They're not lying to me. You feel what I'm saying? They're saying this isn't real meat. I know this isn't real meat. You feel what I'm saying? Now, there is multiple sides to that as well because they do spray a lot of chemicals on our plants and vegetables. You feel what I'm saying? They are targeting every area of our, I would say of our health, but every area of our category of foods, they are tainting it. Once they see us gravitating towards something good, they taint it. You feel what I'm saying? They see everybody on the sea moss wave. Now they're going to taint it. They see everybody on the alkaline water wave. They want to taint it. They see everybody on the everybody eating avocados. They want to taint it. They see everybody doing something. They want to taint, especially if it's good for you, if it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And positive. They want to taint that shit. So I'm not saying that what I'm eating is better or you feel what I'm saying, than anybody's diet, because at the end of the day, I got this shit from the grocery store. I didn't grow it myself, and I can't trust that this wasn't grown in a laboratory. And you know that I don't know that this was really outside thriving in the perfect environment. This could have been inside of a warehouse, which it probably was. And you know, it probably never touched real soil, real sunlight. You know, it probably never really. But it's just a process. You feel what I'm saying? It's about the mindset first. And if I change my mindset, you know, that the food, that the way they even killed the animal, even if it was a real animal, you know, that the environments that they put these animals in, these stressful environments, you know, that's what's flowing through their nervous system, their blood, and their hormones when they're killed and slaughtered. So I don't want to ingest something, you feel what I'm saying? That's like, oh man, that's like eating a piece of the devil. Don't you think you might start to become a little bit like the devil? If you eat a piece of something that was sad and depressed and just over life and didn't want to live no more, and you eat a piece of that, don't you think you might start having those same thoughts? Because you are what you eat. You know what I mean? So I hope that pretty much explained. I hope I explained properly why I decided to go vegan, my thoughts, and why why I made the switch. It's hard. It's not just something you can just snap out and do, but if you have certain situations in your life, a certain why, you have to have a why. If you're just doing it just to look cool because everybody else doing it, then it's going to be hard to do. But you have to have a reason why you actually want to do it. And that's going to drive you and motivate you to make that decision each and every day. This is a conscious decision. I'm consciously deciding not to go get some shrimp and grits. Y'all, I've been craving some shrimp, some real shrimp, some good shrimp, some Old Bay sauce, and a crab boil and all of that. But I'm being disciplined. You feel what I'm saying? And that is probably the very last reason why I decided to go vegan, was for discipline, because I'm all about mindset, discipline, you know what I'm saying? Being able to have control over your weak thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Have control over your weaknesses. I'm in control. I don't want nobody to have control over me. I want to have control over my thoughts, my body, my physical, my mental, my spiritual, everything. I'm in control here. So I'm not about to let them make me believe that I got to go and eat meat, dairy, and all of this to have strong bones and vitamin and protein. Y'all not about to lie to me. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, discipline was what I was saying. It takes discipline to be like, I'm not going to eat a real burger. I'm going to eat a bean burger. I'm not going to eat real shrimp. I'm going to eat tofu. It takes real discipline to say, I'm not going to eat this bag of candy. I'm going to eat some fruit. It takes discipline. And when you have that discipline and you can say, I can count on myself, I believe in myself, because when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That gives you so much confidence, and it makes you feel so good about yourself. When you switch over to being a vegan, it changes your whole mood. It subsides some depression. It makes you feel good overall. And that's another reason why I decided to go vegan, was to feel good. And to not feel like shit, and to feel like the emotions and the hormones of the animals that have been slaughtered that I'm just eating. And, on top of that, they have chemicals that they put inside the foods that trigger certain things in our neurons and in our brains to actually trigger certain depressive states and certain just negative states and certain brain fog, and it's a lot going on in the food industry. And if I had the choice, y'all, I wouldn't eat. I would be a breatharian, and I just breathe air and not eat anything. Don't drink water or nothing unless I know for a fact that God led me there and said, God said this is a protective source of water that you may drink from. It is not tainted. It is not poison. It is blessed. It is sacred. It is divine. Other than that, I don't want it. If God ain't said it was for me, it's just that deep, y'all. It's that deep. I really don't even like to eat. I don't like the digestive process. I don't like having to go to the bathroom. I don't like when my stomach is growling and I have to stop something that I'm doing to eat. I don't really care for it, y'all, but this is part of being a human for now, and this is what we gotta do. So if I'm going to eat, I'm going to eat some things that'll give me a positive attitude, positive mindset, and just overall blissful feeling about life. So I can't, and these fruits really, really do it, really elevate it for me. But yeah, it's all about discipline. It's all about knowing what you want, having your why, and being strong enough to push forward and chase that goal. So if anybody out there is thinking about becoming a vegan, thinking about being plant-based, thinking about whatever you're thinking about doing, changing up your diet, you want to be a pescatarian, you want to, you just want to eat fish, no land animals, whatever you want to do, just decide to make the decision, go over a couple key points as to why you want to do this, and really stick to it and stand on it. You know what I mean? See if you like it, try it out for 30 days, whatever, see how you feel afterwards. Pay attention to how food makes you feel, how it alters your state of mind, and how it alters your physical state. So yeah, y'all, just be mindful, stay tapped in. I thank y'all for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Make sure you like this video, you comment underneath this video, and you subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love.